Let's go, bro.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
To put your pearls on. We ride it on. Yeah. We ride it on, bro.
Together we will save the day. With every laugh
god, I love it. Jaja galore.
We all take
Yeah.
part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer.
Welcome, Fancy Mama.
Let's make the truth so clear.
Welcome, my love. Thank you for 2 months, Robin. Thank you so much. Stronger than ever. Amen.
Together we lift our hearts. In the search, we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe.
I love you guys too.
Let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. And let's make the truth so clear.
Hey, Ange. Hopefully soon.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go.
Thank you, Bundeski.
Justin's
That's
here
it
and
too,
he's
honey.
going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community.
Miss Smiley, you sexy lady. Please stand strong, Veronica. I'm early.
Grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community.
Welcome, Crafty Nana.
Or in the day.
Welcome, welcome.
And lead the way. Justin's heart.
Hey, Aaron, thank you.
Together we will
Aw,
hold
thank
the
you, Aaron.
fort.
Much love, honey. No worries, short dick. Thank you, baby.
Lily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you so much, my dog. No, I'm early.
Click play and come along with me.
Governor Pinky.
Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real.
Sharon.
Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light.
Thank you, Fancy Mama.
Touch those girls,
So much,
let's
my
take
love.
a ride. Comments here and spread the cheer.
Very kind.
Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day.
Anna, thank you.
Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew.
Anna.
With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the fire. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the fire. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you, Fancy Mama.
Big brain, come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun.
Thank you, Shell Bell. Thank you, my love.
Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do.
Yes, we do. We love
So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Touch the world, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Excuse me. Well, hello, my cool cats and kittens. Hello, my beautiful pearls. So good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with moi. Today is February 7th, 2025. It is currently 9:13 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, my beautifuls. So good to be with you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Got a lot to talk about in this live. Covering Sebastian Rogers. We just covered a case just a little bit ago. A little child named Hayden Manus from Muncie, Indiana, has been missing nearly 5 years. Really triggering, unimaginable what that child has went through. I need to thank some of you guys before we get started. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. If we get to 1,000, we have a chicken party, and you don't want to miss the chicken party. Okay, we have a good chicken party. Thank you so much, Fancy Mama. Welcome. to the Pearl family. And may I say, pearls look amazing on you. Really do appreciate you, my friend. Your dog is beautiful, beautiful markings on that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Fancy Mama. Y'all welcome Fancy Mama to the Pearl family now. Robin, hello. Thank you for 2 months. Sebastian's army is stronger than ever. Yes. Amen. It's another day closer. Another day closer. And we're not going to stop till we find answers. That is for sure. Thank you so much, my dear. Fun to see you, an OG. Hey, fun to see you. Love to Justin, Remy Mod, Freshwater Pearls, and chat. Thank you, my dear, for 12 continuous months. Really do appreciate you, my OG Fundiski. Much love to you, my friend. And we got Crafty Nana, our newest Pearl. How you doing? How you doing? Now, welcome, Crafty Nana. Thank you, Crafty Nana. Really do appreciate you so very much, my friend. Good to see you. Hey, Aaron. How you doing? And OG, thank you for making a difference. You make my heart smile. Oh, that's very kind, Aaron. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate you, my friend. Hope you are well. Thank you so much. 12 months. Wow. Thank you. Bluegrass, let's bring Sebastian home. Yes. And let me tell you something. I was thinking about this. She was on my other stream, Kathy, at the beginning. She fell asleep. I usually give her, she usually eats right before a live, and after that, she's zonked out. So, but Bluegrass Meadows, I was thinking about this. I just wonder if Edgar and KK has told the other side that they've clammed up and are no, are they speaking to law enforcement? Have they asked them that? Just kind of wondered that. Hmm. Hmm. The last time Edgar said, "Well, we all have a relationship with law enforcement. I just can't say some of us is good and some of us not so good." Well, we know Seth has an amazing relationship with law enforcement, right? An amazing relationship with law enforcement. And, you know, we support Sumner County, TBI. They're working very hard. And, right, Mag? Exactly. Right. I don't think sometimes I check on the other of the bushes. I'd rather not. I don't, Sharon. I don't at or Shannon. I don't at all. But you know, yes, Janine. They are. Yeah, you're exactly right. Just wondering that. Aaron, thank you so much again, my dear. Really to appreciate you. Jana. Hey Jana. Oops, wasn't my phone. There we go. Jana, thank you so much. Oh my God, your little cat by the fireplace. Thank you. That's so cute. 9 months. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Hope you are well, sweet Jana. Thank you so much for your support. Can't do it without you, my dear. Thank you. Fancy Mama. There we go again. How are you doing? Justin, yeah, I love and thank you, Fancy Mama. I really do appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you so much for your support and being a pearl as well, darling. Michelle Bell from Australia. Coming in clutch, gifting a pearl necklace. Thank you, Michelle Bell. Really do appreciate you. If you received that, give our girl, Shell, a big, big thank you because you've been promoted. You are now a pearl. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Shell. There's Hope. Hey, Hope. How you doing? Good to see you, Hope Floats. Thank you so very much, my dear. Good to see you. If you received that, give our girl Hope Floats a big thank you. And thank you so much for being a member as well, my beautiful Hope Floats. Hope you're well, honey. Good to see you. And of course, our Canadian cookie coming in clutch, giving us 2 memberships. are one of the sweetest people I know. Make sure you give our beautiful Canadian Cookie a big, big thank you. Thank you so much for modding Canadian Cookie. Thank you for your support, being a member, all of the above, my dear. Love you so very much. Good to see you, honey. Thank you for your support. Wendy, hey, Wendy. Thank you for 2 months, love. Really do appreciate that support. Thank you so much, Wendy. Hope you are well, my friend. Really do appreciate you, honey. And we got AMC. Thank you, AMC. Good to see you, my dear. Hope you are well. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being a member as a Pearl on this channel. Really do appreciate you. Hey, Christine. Thank you, love. We got a new Pearl, y'all. Thank you so much, Christine. Welcome to the Pearl family. And may I say, pearls look amazing on you, darling. Thank you so much. And welcome to the Pearl family. I'll welcome it up for Miss Christine. SL and OG. My favorite place to be for over the last year. Love you, Justin. Love you too, my beautiful SL. And thank you so very much for your support, my dear. Much love to you, SL. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for being a mod, a member, all the above as well, honey. Thank you so very much. Love and even more respect you. Thank you so much, John. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for 11 months, my dear. That's definitely an OG. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. And thank you so much for your support, Don. Uh, really, really do appreciate that, my love. And we got Shortcake coming in clutch, giving 5 memberships. Shortcake is into the White Claws right now. 40-mile-per-hour winds. I would love to see that, Shortcake. Ooh, what am I doing, Mr. Sister? Sorry about that. We're not doing. Something's wrong here. Okay, we're having a little technical trouble here. You would think I drank the White Claws. You would think that was me. If you received one of those memberships, make sure you give our beautiful Shortcake a big, big thank you because you've been promoted. You're an elite employee.
You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees. Thank you.
I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store.
Thank you so much, our beloved Shortcake, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. Make sure if you received one of those, give our beautiful Shortcake a big, big thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you again, John. Oh my God, War. Thank you, honey. That's very, very generous of you, my dear. Thank you so much for your support. Wow. Really do appreciate you. Cindy, no, I'm not on members only. Nope. Nope. I'm on subscribers only, but that's it. Nope, not members only, my dear. I just seen a text. Thank you so much, War, for gifting 10 pearl necklaces. If you received one of those, give our beautiful War Damn Eagle a big, big thank you. You've been promoted.
You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees. Thank you.
I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond us.
Thank you so much, War. Really do appreciate you, my beautiful friend. Make sure you give our beautiful War a big, big thank you. Thank you for all you do in this community war, being a voice for Sebastian. Thank you for being a mod, a member, gifting, a friend, all the above. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. My beautiful war. Thank you so very much. Mama Risa. I love saying that. Mama Risa. Thank you so much. Member for 2 months. I'm so glad. God sees all. We are Sebastian's army. Come on, let's get an amen again on that. Praise the Lord. He surely does. Thank you. 2 months. Really do appreciate you, Mama. Thank you so much for your support. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you, lovies. And there's our Tar Heel. Bring Sebastian home. Amen. Thank you so much, my beautiful Tar. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for being a mod as well, my sweet friend. And Robin, hey, Robin. For your heart, let Sebastian home and prayers and justice soon. Clink, clank. Yes. How you doing? Yes, I agree. Thank you so much, Robin. Really do appreciate you. And thank you so much for your support, my love. Good to see you. Texas Cowgirl. Oh, 38. Thank you for 2 months, my dear. Justin, thank you for all you do. Texas supports hashtag Team Sebastian. Thank you, Texas Cowgirl up. Love Texas. Love Texas. Really do appreciate you, my dear. And thank you so much for 2 months. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for being here, my friend. Then we got misinformation. Erica coming in clutch at 9 months. How are you doing? You've been here long. You're definitely an OG, Miss Erica. Thank you for being. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Mexico is calling my name. Yes. Uh, yes. Oh, was there a troll? Oh goodness. I can't even bother to watch, let alone go and troll somebody. It just takes too much time and energy. You got your life. You got your life to live, right? Why do I want to be in there and like, ooh, I'm gonna click some keyboard. See, okay, move along. Uh, they do butterflies. They do. They do. Anywho, good to see you all. Yes, that's the clink clank. That's the bracelets. That's the bracelets. Uh, Brenda, do I have good news? Well, I'm still waiting on something. I hope to get it back really soon. I really hope so. And I'm hoping that they can do something with it. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. I hope that they can do something with it more than what I've been able to do with it. Does anyone else think that because Sebastian was removed from the Amber Alert that justice will be coming soon? I don't think he's been removed from the Amber Alert. Uh, has he? I knew that there was supposed to be something fixed or something. Uh, but not that I'm aware of. Hey, Maria, thank you, love. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, my dear. Good to see you, sweet Maria. Good to see you, sweet Maria. That kind of rhymes. Thank you so much. The Amber Alert is still there. I caught. Okay, thank you so much for doing that, Smiley. That's awesome to know. Um, how close do you think we are? I think we're close enough to where um the mom and the stepdad don't do interviews anymore with actual real questions. Haven't done interviews since I think May of 2024. We're now in February of 2025. And I think we're close enough that I think that they have lawyered up, in my opinion. hmm So that's how close I think we are. That's how close I think we are. You know what I mean? And what are they doing? Nothing. Hey, Scotty, good to see you. Yes. Yes. Yep. Day, you know, 10, you finally break your silence and say, I don't know why he walked out the door. I don't know why he walked out the door.
FBI, open up!
He didn't. He didn't walk out the door. In my opinion, there's nothing to suggest that. There's nothing to suggest that. In my opinion, there's a hell of a lot more to suggest that someone was in the back of their house, parking on the side of a road. That's what I think there's more evidence for that someone came and got him rather than he walked out the door. I think there's more evidence for that, in my opinion. But that's just me. That's just me. Right? Oh, thank you, guidance. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for being a mod, a member, a friend, all of the above, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Beautiful guidance. I love that, your picture. Thank you so much, my love. And thank you, Holly. It's my peaches. I wonder, is it a possibility they've taken off? No, I don't think they're going to take off. I don't think that they're going to take off. I really don't. Um, and, I don't know. I mean, we don't know what law enforcement knows, right? We don't know what law enforcement knows, right? Yeah. Well, you got to understand, guys. I know it can seem loud here on YouTube, but there's overall, there's more people that majority people think what, you know, the story that has been told about Sebastian walking out of the house and the mom and the stepdad's uh changing of stories. They're not searching uh you know publicly, they're not doing interviews. There's way more of us. There really are. There really are. Because he's just not going to walk out on his own. He's just not going to walk out on his own. And it's just truly, he would have been found much closer to home. He would have been found much closer to home. Sebastian was the type of child, by all intents and purposes, he told people if something was going on, if something was wrong, if he felt he was being wronged in any way. He went to the teachers, he went to the staff, he went to students, right? That's the type of child he is, rather. So I don't think he would have gotten very far barefooted, uh, walking off. See, butterflies, this is the thing. I do believe the teachers listened. I do believe the staff listened. I believe that they listened. I really do. The problem was is was CPS, in my opinion, right? Um, and I think there was a lot of chances, perhaps, given. Yes. Rose, I agree. Those poor teachers must be upset considering what they did and what they could do. DCS didn't do anything. You see, it's kind of like, and again, we don't know that anyone was supposed to be out of the home, right? We don't know that. Um, but we also don't know whenever an individual was at the home because they won't give specific dates. Now, the excuse used to be I can't give specific dates because law enforcement has told me not to. I told you guys before the email from the detective that law enforcement is not going to tell you to not say anything. They're not going to tell you that. To not give specific dates. How I mean, under what logic would law enforcement say you and only you who was, you know, most of the time 3.5 hours away, you're the only one that can't give exact dates, but you say you weren't involved. Exactly, Ginger. Law enforcement wants you to talk, right? So, what's up? What's up with that? In this, what did Smiley say? In this case, CPS dropped the ball. Teachers reported, Sebastian reported. Well, it's the thing though, but let's do a hypothesis here. Um, let's say that said individual is not supposed to be at that home. Supporting argument is he won't tell us dates. He won't tell us dates, right? Um, another what was my other supporting argument? It just went out my head. Yeah, he won't tell us dates, and there was something else. Damn, I hate it when that happens. I'll think of it in a second. But this person won't tell us dates. Oh, and the other supporting argument is he says, Sebastian thought he was going to get me in trouble to get me kicked out of my house. He made it sound like I was so horrible. Sound? I mean, I don't think it made you sound anybody worse than you really were, in my opinion, but that's just me. But I don't believe that. I don't believe Sebastian would know that you was going to get me kicked out of my house. Right? How would Sebastian know that? You know, you're the one in the beginning that made him sound like he's young in mind. He's young in mind, right? So, but that is, and again, they can't, first of all, CPS cannot kick someone out of a home. They can say, if this person is in the home with you, then this child cannot be in the home. And that is called, they call this the quote, alleged perpetrator, is what they call it. Alleged perpetrator. This alleged perpetrator cannot be in the home. And if things clear up, kumbaya, we'll try it again. He knew that the last CPS report was the final. So, was he supposed to be there or not? I don't know. but it seems like there's only 2 possibilities why you can't say when you was at your home. There's only 2 possibilities, in my opinion. There's just that. Carmelita, thank you so much, my gift. Mhm. Really do appreciate you. That means that Becky is pleading for her son to come home. A guilty one, in my opinion. I think it's something. I mean, how could you not be out there begging for people to, you know, there's there is only 2 advocates that can advocate for Sebastian like nobody else. And one is Seth, and he is doing that and hasn't stopped. And the other one is KK. And she did a couple months out of this nearly year, and it's been crickets ever since. And then she didn't even say much words during those interviews. That's it. How can you not? How can you not? Right? It's perplexing to say the least. Definitely not ordinary. DC, thank you, my love. Do you think that the state mental Tom that classmate about wanting to be put in the trash is enough probable cause to search the landfill? No. Nope. Mm-mm. Not at all. Not even close. Not even a little. No. Not a bit. Nope. Did you just think of that or something? Is that just curious? I'd like, is that what you, is that, or did someone else say that or something? But no, uh, no, not even a little bit. Mm-mm. No, but that's interesting connection. You know what I mean? Like, I know we're all scratching our heads here, wondering, but no, there has to be um enough probable cause that, and it can't be just one thing. There has to be multiple factors in why uh you would be in that landfill, why a judge and you are going to swear to that judge under the penalty uh of perjury that there is A, B, and C here, leads us to the conclusion that someone or something is in that because this circumstance took place, right? A child just doesn't go missing and you just say, you know what, we'll look in the landfill. We'll look in the landfill. Let's load up everybody and let's go to the landfill. Doesn't work like that. Never will. Uh, they don't do that out of abundance of caution. That is only for the public. Period. Um, it takes money and resources, and the 2 things that neither, one any law enforcement has an abundance of, right? Uh, so those are factors in that. It has to be they 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 don't they use their time wisely. They use their energy wisely, right? They're not going to just say, let's just go dig through 5 landfills, 4 landfills, 3 landfills, 2 landfills, 1 landfill. Mm-mm, no. And also, they wasn't digging through Seth's trash. They wasn't digging through Seth's trash. Nope. So we'll leave. Thank you so much, Jana, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. We really do appreciate you, my dear. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, give our girl Jana a big, big thank you. Really do appreciate you, Jana. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for being a member as well. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Make sure you thank our girl Jana. I got you. I got what you're saying. I got you what you're saying. You're fine. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you again, my love. Appreciate you. If KP did something to him, it's premeditated, in my opinion. And she didn't have an ounce of love for Sebastian. You are horrible lister. Lister. I got you. I got you what you mean. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. I'm still not of the premeditated. Still not of that. Um, could it be? Absolutely. Sure could. Um, sure could. But I don't think so. I just don't. I don't know. Is there a connection with CP and Don Wells? No. If someone is saying, okay, let me tell you something. I don't care where it comes from. I don't care if it comes from our side or their side. I don't care where it comes from. There is no connection between Edgar and Don Wells. There's just none. No. So if someone is telling you that, no. Sorry. Nope. Nope. Everybody wants to make something conspiracy. Things are generally the most logical, the most simple. Occam's razor out of everything, right? Because if there is an accident or a crime, there is only so much time, right? There is only so much time that you have. You have to think fast, precise, right? Everyone wants to connect everything with everybody. No. Now they are very similar cases. Yes, and there's always kind of a theme through all of these cases that we see. They all have similarities, right? Um, but no, it's nothing like that. Oh, thank you, Serenity. Very generous of you, my dear. Good to see you, love. Hope you're well. In my opinion, if KK has 1 ounce of love for Sebastian, she would have broken by now. I see it over and over, parents unaliving their kids and manage to keep it together. Yeah, yeah. Um, so how do I feel about that? I do think she loves Sebastian, but I think that where she's at now, and I think where a lot of people are in this when things like this happen, is they don't want to be in prison. It's they just don't want to be in prison. Um, I think that they never thought it would get this big. I think Edgar has even stated that. Don Wells said that. Um, I think, just in my opinion, in this case, this was kind of a I don't want to say a perfect storm, but I feel like, just in my opinion, things that how do I say it? I think there was a lot of factors going on here, right? You have uh you know, uh when you're married to, I think on your if your third marriage, by your third marriage, the divorce rate is like 70%. It's already 50% or close to 50%, maybe even a little over 50% by now on your first marriage. And as, your marriages continue, it just kind of your likelihood to divorce is, that's not every case, obviously. Some people are on their third or fourth marriage and they're been together for a long time, no judgment, except for Edgar. But Edgar, he's on his fifth marriage. Allegedly, they were about to, he was looking for number six, you know, allegedly, right? He was probably already with number six privately. I think KK was probably on her third as well, in my opinion. You know, so it's there's just this. I think there was this downward spiral, right? Right, Laura. That's why I'm saying. Like some people, they're on. They've been together. I think some people get married very young. They might get very young, a couple times, or someone. They don't really know. But Edgar is like on his fifth, probably sixth. By 40. And I think that I think there was, in my opinion, there was infidelity on both sides when how they got together. Um, all you have to do is ask, their exes. And I think Edgar has a temper. I think I think he'll probably tell you it's his way or the highway. You don't get rid of the cats, we're not continuing this relationship. You don't do this, we're not continuing this relationship. Yes, DC. Yep. Um, and there's always been this interview that Edgar, it's one of the few times, in my opinion, that Edgar didn't have the ego on for just a couple minutes. And it was one of the few times where I ever saw him stop. I don't know if he was in an emotion at that point, but he thought about it, the question. And the question was something to the effect of what would you have changed differently if you could have? And it was, I would have probably worked closer to home. And I know a lot of people probably thought that, well, about Sebastian. I don't consider that. I don't believe it's about Sebastian, in my opinion. Thank you, ATS. Good to see you, honey. Um, I think that is because, in my opinion, of KK. Of KK. Because, in my opinion, Edgar was there on Sunday. I believe that there was, in my opinion, uh, a an argument, a fight, a big argument. And I think that uh, Edgar was accusing of infidelity, in my opinion. And I think it was downhill from there. And, you know, as you see, uh, as you know in life, and as you see on uh, here on YouTube, when people get angry, they say and do dumb stuff, right? I mean, there's all of us at some point in our time have lost our rational mind, our emotional intelligence for a moment, and threw everything out the window, if you so to speak, and the gloves are off, kind of thing, right? And I think it's what happened that evening. And I think, just in my opinion, he could have been trying to protect, or been the wrong place at the wrong time, said something to someone, and something happened. Sometimes we can, especially for those of us that don't have as, much as emotional intelligence as other people, uh, but even sometimes we're human, all of us, and we will, you know, be bitchy or pissy to someone who didn't do anything to us because of something that happened 30 minutes ago or yesterday or whenever. And, you know, there could have, just you know, uh, a theory, Sebastian could have been in the house and just said something. Someone was angry. One, one smack or one whatever. Um, you know, uh, Edgar, don't forget about the exes. Don't forget about the exes. The one Edgar was in the kitchen with, fighting with years ago, fighting in the kitchen. What happened there, Edgar? Thought she was gone. Thought she was gone. Fighting in the kitchen. Hauled off, allegedly. One hit. Pow. This person hit the countertop or something in just the after being hit, and thought she was gone. Thought she was gone. Luckily, she was alive, dropped her off at the hospital. But there's more to that, isn't there? DNA, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for 7 months. I think something happened, and the 2.5-hour phone call was planning to clean up and shift evidence, etc. They had one chance to rid everything, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think it's natural for anyone to have all weekend to speak when you're both off that weekend. And how do I say it? You have all weekend to speak, and you call it almost 10 o'clock, 9:46 or 9:48 or something like that. He gave 2 different times, and to speak till just about midnight. I don't buy it, and I'll never buy it. Never, ever, ever, ever buy it. So I do believe that 2.5 hours or 2-hour phone call, just about, it's 2 hours, is going to be key. But I do believe whatever happened had already happened by that time. Yeah. Hold on a second. I just thought of something. Okay. Sorry, I had to think of something for a second. I had to really think about something. I might have to cover that. Thank you very much, my dear. Really do appreciate you, DNA. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Summers Army. Good to see you, my dear. Hope you're feeling well. Love you for the sweet Summers Army. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being a mod and a member and all the above, my beautiful Summer. Really do appreciate you. Love. Hope you're doing good. There's Serenity again. If it was me, the guilt alone would do me in. Listen, I think it is. I'll be honest with you. I think it is. I absolutely think it is. I mean, we didn't even recognize Edgar whenever he was in court.
In the courtroom? Yeah, I'm here. Okay. You're hiding on there. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Judge,
God, look at Chris.
We just got the top report back in, and Gerald Daugherty wants to watch the videotape.
Is that Chris?
October the 20th, November
Is that
26th.
Chris?
Mr. Peake will stay in touch with Mr. McKinney. We'll see you back on that day, sir. All right. There you go. Thank you. All right.
That clip cracks me up because I'm like, oh my God. I sound like a gay Blanche Devereaux. Oh my God. Is that Chris? Is that Chris? So gay. It's not funny. I do sound like a gay Blanche Devereaux. How you doing? Let me tell you something. When was that? When was that court? I was dying too. When was that court? When did they go for all that? Y'all was like, that is not Edgar. That is not Edgar. I'm like, November, July, October. Okay, October. Okay. So February, the end of February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, what, 8 months. 8 months in. Right? 8 months in. you go from this
something that I believe we're privy to, something that
to oh my God, look at Chris.
Gerald Daugherty wants to watch the videotape.
Is that Chris?
November 26th, Mr. Peak will stay in touch with Mr. McKinney. We'll see you back on that day, sir. All right. Thank you. All right.
Okay, and now we are at 11 months and we're right here. That is a literal video of Edgar talking about getting rid of the pet cats. So I do believe it's, you know, so, you know, I do think that, you know, if you, these people who, if you look at other crimes of anyone, you know, an accident happening or they, you know, intentionally uh, took a life, which I'm not saying that's what happened here, but what I am saying, if you look at others, uh, they say that once they just confess, it's that's a lot of weight off of you, right? And although it's, you know what's coming, uh I think you live in your own prison. I really do. I really believe that. I don't think uh I don't think how I think you would have to be in a prison in your heart, in your mind, having something like that weigh on you. You know what I mean? Thank you for that serenity. Moonflower. Hey Moonflower. How you doing? Thank you so much. Remy Snacks, we love you. Dustin, thanks for all your hard work. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for being here. And thank you for, just being there for Sebastian and Seth. Really, really do appreciate you, Moonflower. Really do appreciate you. If you do like, do you have like a channel? Medicine Man, Texas. Uh, I would love to talk to you about like plants and stuff. That's very interesting. I love plants. I might do a plant channel. Thank you, DC. Thank you, my dear. In my opinion, the Tim pics of CP with fingernail marks is X. The Tim pics of CP with fingernail marks is X. What do you mean by that? What was that comment? You can't let yourself live. Yeah. Yes. Where was that comment? Damn. I had a troll come for me, so. Shortcake, are you okay? Was someone bothering you in here? Was someone bothering Shortcake? They better not be bothering Shortcake. Don't you bother Shortcake, anybody. Nobody better be bothering Shortcake. Make sure Shortcake is okay. They said someone was trolling. Not that I saw, not that I noticed. Okay. I want to make sure Shortcake's okay. Let me know if Shortcake types, chat's kind of fast. So, um, do you mean like where the marks is in that interview where he says that's the dog's nails or the teeth or something? Is that what you mean? I think it's important. Could be very important. Tiger Shark, thank you so much. Are you aware of Janet March case? Thanks for all you do. Tiger Shark, I am not. Let's see here. I am not Janet March. Is it an older case? 1996 disappearance and subsequent unaliving investigation of Janet Gale March, a 33-year-old artist and mother from Nashville, Tennessee. Her husband, Perry March, a Nashville attorney, was later convicted of her unaliving despite her body never being found. In August 15th, 1996, Janet was last seen in Nashville, her Nashville home. Perry claimed she left after an argument on her for a 12-day vacation, but she was never heard from again. Um, by 1999, they finally declared her legally dead. By 2004, Perry was indicted of Janet's unaliving. He had relocated to Mexico with his two children, remarried, and faced legal battles over custody and assets. August 2006, Perry was convicted on second-degree unaliving, destruction of evidence, and abuse of a corpse. He received a 25-year prison sentence for the unaliving charge with additional time for other offenses. Um, let's see here. Let me show you this. I'll look into that more. Don't know if any of y'all are aware of that case. What about that case though, Tiger Shark? Just write it in chat. You don't gotta. Thank you so much, Stacy. Really good, Stacy. What did they do to Sebastian's two little Yorkies? I think they still have the Yorkies. She was taken to Kentucky by her father-in-law and put in a burn pile. He confessed nobody ever found Perry convicted. Yeah. Who is the woman sitting behind CP in court? I don't know. Please check Janet March case. Yes, closed by narcissist. Okay, I'll look into that. I will look into that. That's very interesting. Perry was also arrested. I believe I really wonder when Edgar was oh, you know that okay. You know that really, girl mom. They rehired. No, they rehired. Yeah, I do know that they do they did get another dog for Faith when she was there, but that dog's probably gone by now, I would say. Or they got rid of. I mean, I don't see them, allegedly Chris was always bitching about the house smelling like piss anyways, because of the puppy friends with the sister. Oh, okay, girl mom, gotcha. We're at 806. If we get to 1,000, we have a chicken party. You don't want to miss the chicken party. Retired the Morkies. Been trying to get the message out, and believe me, I had the money and the knowledge of scuba diving. I would not hesitate to go search Ford Pond in Oregon. We looked at that one day. That was he playing rough with the dogs? Because that's what you do. You lay down in the floor and you play rough with the dogs. Just a few days into uh, your stepchild going missing, right? They allegedly have the Morkies. Was Fletcher long disbarred? I don't know. I don't know. They've had so many animals. It's like not even funny, you know. Um, one second. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So let's continue. I want to cover a little bit here. They do. I had a Yorkie. They do not bite nor scratch like that. I mean, well, this is the thing. Even if they did, I don't know anyone that would sit there and let them mangle you. You know what I mean? Like, why would you sit there and let them like bite the hell out of literally from your elbows down on all sides of your arm? Karen, I think that they have. Yes, I do. I think that I do. I think that they probably know said people's whereabouts at all times. I do. Yes. Hmm. Perhaps. Who who willingly rough houses with puppies when a child is missing anyway? Yeah, they had just got their nails cut. I mean, listen. I love all of my animals and I love them, love them, love them. But I don't love anything like my children. I just don't. I don't love anything like my children. And the last thing that I would be doing uh a few days in to my child missing would be playing in the floor with my dogs and thinking about clipping their nails. Right? And I know people, there people who there's people who don't have, children and they're well, there you go. I think Nicole just said it. My cats are my kids, and or leaving to get in a camper. Exactly, girl mom. Exactly, girl mom. Exactly. Uh yeah. Here, honey, we're gonna leave a blanket out here and some yoo-hoos. The milk spoils. See you later. The fuck is wrong with you? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Sorry, not sorry. Um okay. Want to show you guys a little something. Bear with me as I find it. I have not played this one. I think it was this one. Okay, yeah, there was this one. Not right. No. Silent One, I wonder. That's the thing. A lot of people thinks that it could be, scratches from allegedly from Sebastian or bite marks. I think if it's from anyone, I think there was in my hypotheses, one of my hypotheses, that there was a knockdown drag out between those two that evening. Hey, Lomac, good to see you, honey. So, someone was saying that they even thought Edgar looked like he had a black eye in that interview. I don't know. I never went and looked for specifically for a black eye or anything. Could be, I know he was wearing a hat there. It could be a shadow or something. Um, yeah, SI officer, I sent that to you. He did. I remember someone saying it looked like he had a black eye, but I couldn't remember who it was. He had a swollen eyelid, or he had a swollen eyebrow in the Fox and Friends interview, in my opinion. I don't know. The BS with CP's temper, them dogs would have been. Yep. Yes. Thank you, Robin. Appreciate your idea. I really do appreciate you. Good to see you, darling. Did I thank you, Tracy? Thank you so much. If I didn't, thank you again. I really do appreciate you. Thank you, Tracy. Talk something. It's almost a minute later. Okay. Remember, he also said that people would change their mind about Sebastian if they knew everything he did. Hey, for crying out loud. We've all heard how loud Edgar is, even when just speaking. Imagine how loud he's. For crying out loud, their neighbors did hear it. Neighbors did hear it. They certainly did. Close neighbors did hear screaming and squalling and all of that. Yep, sure did. Absolutely. Okay. I want to cover this one. It's the shorter one, I'm pretty sure, that I didn't cover yet. Where is it at? Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Okay. $39, $54, $84. Damn, I thought it was. Okay. It was the $1 million question. That one. This one was it. Okay. Credit goes to our friend Peter Hyatt. We love Peter Hyatt. Great, great, amazing person. Please keep Mr. Hyatt and his family in your prayers. They are wonderful, wonderful people. Peter has been battling cancer, and we are just praying for him and his family. I have not covered this one, and I want to cover some of this, if you don't mind, y'all. Carmelita, thank you so much. Justin, when was this fight? Are we talking about Edgar and KK? I had to take my dogs out. I was giving a hypothesis on what I think, or a theory rather, on what I think may possibly could have perhaps happened that evening to whatever happened. I feel like Sunday evening, Edgar came home. I think he was allegedly accusing infidelity, and things really rolled out after that, in my opinion. All right. Mr. Hyatt's link will be, hold on, this one. It's very important. I want to go through, I know we've went through some of these, all of the interviews of that Edgar and KK has done, but there's something I want to do, kind of a new series on with the interviews later, not tonight. And it's going to point us, in my opinion, exactly the most important words that they are trying to tell us. Kind of, I'll explain later. I don't want to get started on it. Otherwise, I'll start gabbing about it again. All right, here we go. Have some comments.
And then some thoughts on the interview itself. So behavioral analysis, the first thing we look for when a child goes missing is for the parents to cry out for the child. Absolutely just cry out for the child, and to be what will appear to be at times distracted in interviews because they're spending all their effort and energy worried about what the child is experiencing.
Right. And so right here, did you see that? Right. You couldn't. You can't keep a parent still, right? Like, I know they say don't search or whatever. Some parents will obey that. I understand. Some parents won't. Either way, that's fine. Whether you are searching in the beginning or not, no problem. No problem. I'm not going to judge either way. My radars don't go up either way like that in the beginning. But what you can be doing is not sitting. You can still be productive, right? Talking to the media, getting the name out there. That's what you can be doing. But that is the absolute opposite. They weren't searching. They weren't pleading publicly. The first 72 hours is extraordinarily important. Hell, Edgar's already gone back to where he came from, allegedly, in the first 72 hours. Right? He's already came, stay today. Wednesday, he's back out. Getting his freaking fifth wheel. The first 72 hours. They're not doing everything they can. He's worried about his damn fifth wheel. Where the hell? What the hell? Would you listen? If you wouldn't give a damn about your fifth wheel. Yes, and a good point. And he's gone. He's actually gone for about 24. $17 plus 7. You wouldn't give a damn about a fifth wheel, a sixth wheel, a seventh wheel, an RV, a camper, nothing. But that's what the first 72 hours. That's exactly right, Vic. Priorities, some BS. That's exactly right. Princess Jasmina, I can't either. But I really think, again, we walked into this neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood. Everyone's, good, hardworking people. They don't think this is a crime. So yeah, Ulala, I don't believe anybody has anything of value pertaining to the case that the neighbors are going to give out. In my opinion, the only thing that probably is of value is that 30 some seconds that was never supposed to be out. Right? So I think law enforcement has clearly made it very clear that they're not, that law enforcement, I don't think the neighbors are going to give out anything of value during that time period.
At that moment, just the pattern of innocent parents. And, regrettably, but beneficially in terms of analysis, in terms of understanding, there's been too many.
Well, Trishy, listen, if, don't bluff, just put it out. Put it out. Put it out. Your clients are so innocent and all of that. Well, crickets, waiting. We are waiting. How about that?
These crimes to not have some form of data put together. And what we find is no different than if you were out shopping and your child wandered off, you'd start yelling and looking immediately. In this particular case, 15-year-old Sebastian is autistic. I don't think in any way it's mild. I think there were significant challenges for him. In this case, he lived with his mother and his stepfather, who's ready to move to his father's. And in that initial interview, the media labeled it breaking their silence, which I thought was an accurate tag to give it. And you ask yourself, well, why would anyone be silent when their child is missing? And I don't know of any circumstances where police have said be silent. I think the standards set long ago, polygraph me, get the media in front of me. I got to get my son or daughters.
Right, but this is someone who is talking about polygraphs. Polygraphs have been taken. They have came back as past, and then he just flat out lies the next time it's asked. And then he gaslights you the third time. And then the fourth time, he flat out lies to Nancy Grace and says, name the time and place. Never takes it. Never takes it. Which dogs? Aside their dogs or search dogs?
Name out there, face out there, that sort of thing. We didn't see that. We didn't see that. We had to have the silence broken. And so that first interview, I concluded in terms of statement analysis that mother and stepfather were concealing information about the case and the time period of the information that's missing was just before he went missing, just before he, in their words, he left. And so that I knew immediately something was wrong with this case. But some other observations on the language. Mother and stepfather did not give an indication that they knew he was dead, at least in the language.
Based in the language, that's a good sign, right?
With respect to others' opinions on that, I could be wrong on it, but I'll explain why a little bit, why that is. So there was nothing for about a week, no calling out,
VA
nothing.
dynamics, that is
And
so
then
true.
we saw this video where, to me, I'm not a body language expert, but it looked like a hostage video to me. Blink twice, tell me you're okay, or you need
Didn't it? Didn't it look like a hostage situation?
rescue, where he dominated and he was in control of the information. After that, it is as if they have gone on a tour. And what it really is an apologetic tour. Apology meaning defense of the stepfather. Now, I'm going to comment on some of the interviews. I can't separate which one is which. There's been too many. So they got the memo. People were upset they weren't speaking out. Now they're speaking out all the time, and the content is so important. The content is this: Chris is a great guy, and people should mind their own business. And a common theme for him is, you better respect me. In all that I've heard, other than at times an interviewer directly asking, I've not heard Chris speak of what his stepson is going through while missing.
Nothing.
Chris perceives himself as a victim.
Even Don Wells said what Summer might be going through.
And he's ready to fight. I know that some of the interviews are very difficult to watch or listen to because the interviewers just talk and talk and talk, and they don't understand. They don't hold the information. He does. And now that he's allowing her to speak, she does. Let them speak. Let them speak for themselves. When someone asks a compound question, it allows the person being interviewed
Exactly,
to
Ginger.
pick and choose what he would like to answer. When they ask a multi-compound question or go on in a moralistic sense, okay, there's no reason to moralize in a case like this. A child is missing. We want the information. But when they ask a multi-compound question,
That's really sad.
very likely the subject of the interview, if he is showing deceit, which Chris is now, he's going to pick up on one of those things and use it for an answer because they're suggesting answers. So it's frustrating. They don't know that, they don't have training in that.
It's been a defense tour, elite defense tour, the entire time for Edgar, particularly Edgar. KK, she just kind of nods and looks like, a hostage situation. but and she'll occasionally, speak, but that's it. Thank you, Bliss. Thank you, my darling, so very much. Really do appreciate you. Come on, y'all, hit that thumbs up button. We need 1,000 thumbs up, because if we have 1,000 thumbs up, we have a chicken party. You don't want to miss the chicken party. Listen, if you are a troll, please kindly hit the thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Mr. Most guys aren't trolls. Mrs. Troll and Mr. Trolls out there. Guys just generally move the hell on. It's like, fuck it. But if you are a troll, please hit the thumbs up. Don't talk about his mom. Don't talk about my mama. Don't talk about my truck. My name is Edgar, and I say I don't give a flying freak. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank a troll for a view. God bless you.
And they'll go on about some personal experience and they think they're building rapport. Not with him. I said recently to someone, I've interviewed him 100 times. I haven't interviewed him. What I mean by that is I've hundreds of times interviewed controlled abusers. And almost always they're a step parent or a boyfriend. And his language.
Did you hear about, he said controlled abusers? That is absolutely so true. Him packing up all of his stuff abruptly. Whatever happened to him? No, SI officer. This is Peter Hyatt. Peter, he has cancer right now. Please keep him and his family in your prayers. They're good, wonderful people. Peter is spot on. And in my opinion, and they're just the epitome of class. His whole family, just the epitome of class. And just a gentleman, just a gentleman in every sense of the word. They don't get better than Mr. Hyatt. And so it makes me want to cry. Like, I just hate it for him. I really just hate it for him. He still does occasionally write things on X, though. I don't use X much, but some of you guys will send his stuff, things about he writes about Sebastian. He still writes stuff about Sebastian and stuff. So, yeah.
Gives us a lot. So this morning I was listening to yet another interview, and the usual frustration of some of it is tainted by the interviewer. Fast forward past the interviewer's monologue, it could be difficult to get any type of a pure answer. When he goes off for himself, then we get some. And this time, and you're seeing it more now, she's allowed to speak, and speak she does. So there's some things I want to talk about that, and some of the things they said that are revelatory. So I posted on X, which was Twitter, short commentary, a little bit of analysis, that sort of thing, about my views of the case. In their initial interview, they were not just repetitive, which is sensitive, but they spoke reliably that he walked out the door.
She wants to climb, but she doesn't want to get off me yet.
And of course, with training will question about why a door, and the door is very sensitive.
His post.
As they're speaking now, they're still staying to that. And consider they may be telling the truth. And what they're maybe concealing, what I believe they're concealing, is an altercation of some form and an escalation that was more than just that Sunday. That goes back and part of the history for at least, I think, at least 2 years. And I'll get to some of that questions. So one of the things I posted on X was that Child Protective Services should be fully engaged here in a full investigation, and they should interview everyone, including the paternal grandmother.
Now they have interviewed everyone, and that being said, Edgar has even stated that they have interviewed his family multiple times, more than once. So there's that. Okay.
Yes, mother. She has said she has information. She needs to be interviewed. She needs to be heard. She should have been interviewed by law enforcement, but no less, Child Protective Services know that. One of the things that happens with a missing child case, you say, well, why would Child Protective Services get involved in a missing child case? Because we don't know what caused the child to go missing. Now, let's say the child is a victim of kidnapping. Were the parents neglectful that someone was able to get into the house? Well, how could they be neglectful if someone broke into their house? Perhaps they were intoxicated. These are things that have to be known. Also, patterns of behavior have to be known. So the interviews would be, with a missing child case, to find out if that child is found, should that child go back to this house again? Now, I covered quite a bit a while back on Summer Wells' case. And the drug involvement alone would invite all sorts of trouble onto that property. And then there was the language from the father that indicates sexual abuse. And it was a really bad case. And she's still technically missing. So we want to know, is the child in jeopardy if the child returns to this home? So we need to know what the home was like. We need to know the quality of the relationship between mother and child. We need to learn the history. That means, in this particular case, mother, stepfather, bio.
I mean, you got to realize that Seth had Sebastian in his very, very, really infant years, right? That's very important. Before
Grandparents, aunts, uncles,
years for bonding.
Teachers, coaches, pediatrician, neighbors, anyone. And one of the questions asked, do you have concerns? And what you may learn is, yeah, we've had concerns. Or no, I don't let my own son go over there, and hear the reasons why. And so it's not accusatory toward.
Well, I mean, apparently people had concerns at the school, right?
Towards
a lot.
Anyone. It's the gathering of information. We need to know. And so in interviewing a pediatrician, for instance, have you had concerns? He opens a chart and maybe there's red marks there. I've addressed them. And my follow-up question to the pediatrician would be, have you met the stepfather? What was your impression? Because he leaves quite an impression. So the Child Protective Services, Department of Children and Family, whatever it's called in different states, should have been involved immediately. And
we had a chicken party.
Seth's mother should have been interviewed right from the start, both law enforcement and in Child Protective Services. Most of my viewers know that I'm very slow to criticize law enforcement. Oftentimes there's things behind the scenes that we don't know of and that sort of thing. This should have been done. This should have been done. The history is so important. I had said recently, there's no way this guy doesn't have Child Protective Services history. No way. And then I learned this morning from listening to that interview that apparently he set up, or he insisted upon, he does have TPS history. And what he said was in 2 states, almost as if he's
2 states. 2 states. The way he said it, it was I don't know. He says bragging. Okay, it's because the way he says it, it sounds like he was like almost proud, right? 2 states. In 2 states. That's how he says it. 2 states. Spaghetti pancakes. 64 until we have a chicken party. Thank God that was empty. Trash. Boastful. Justin, have you checked? No, I haven't, DC.
bragging about it. What he's doing is he's getting out in front of it. He'll answer the accusation before it hits him.
Yeah.
And as people who are experienced with being investigated for child abuse understand, the Child Protective Services can't speak publicly about it. So the parent or step parent investigated can say anything they want, and they do. And the caseworker, the department that handles this, they can't speak to it anyway. So there's nothing they can say. It's all one-sided. They can give information with police, though, and should. So what does the stepfather's language reveal? And one of my associates, Jenny, did an excellent job on
Let's see what it's called.
we call it a psycholinguistic profile, a profile based on the language.
Word. Let me look at that.
And I alluded to this when I said, I've interviewed him 100 times, meaning that there's a pattern that emerges. He has the classic language of an abuser. And what I mean by classic is that it's repetitive, it's patterned, and it's easy to spot. If someone's experiencing that, they're going to know right away. Yeah, there we go.
I just subbed. I'll look at him.
And when he was talking this, well, for me, it was this morning, or maybe it was last night when it was aired. He can.
No, the audio does not go with the lights video. Nope, it doesn't. Thank you, SI officer. Nope, it doesn't. I do believe I know where the audio goes, but
confirmed everything that Jenny wrote about. He confirmed it. About being crystal clear, that emphatic forcefulness, the aggressiveness. Some of the descriptions people have used, including Jenny, combative, authoritarian. He is also acutely defensive. This is a guy that does not like to be insulted. And he went on and on and on.
Oh, yeah.
And he's done that defending himself. He ended up admitting that
Lolo, he gave parental advice. He gave parental advice. He gave parental advice on how, when a child doesn't listen about cleaning up their room, that you should go in there and pack their stuff and make them carry it out into the trash. For not cleaning a room to his satisfaction. Forever. Just throw it out. Not take it away. And, when they earn it back or whatever, just throw the shit out. He did everything else. He did everything else like that. every other wife, every other animal, every other thing. And that's exactly right. Discipline does not equal abuse.
He has, nothing to hide, and then of course he doesn't answer questions. But in this particular case, he did about his marriages. This is his fifth marriage, and if you've seen some of the transcripts from Facebook, he's on his fifth marriage, giving marital advice. That's insight into personality. I don't care how many times he's been married. I care about this poor kid. But
yes, marital advice. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, you've got to be upside down, mother chicken, if you are giving parental and marital advice when we're about to be allegedly divorced for the fifth time, going on the sixth time in 20 years, and you've actually never raised a child. He's never raised a child. When Nina was pregnant, allegedly, Edgar was hooking KK. Then, right? Remember, when she was pregnant, she went to, oh God, you scared me. She went to New Mexico, and he went to, or she went to New Mexico, and he was in California. Katie, KK, allegedly sneaking in the neighbors are over there like, Nene, hey Nene, yeah, Edgar's, he's got a redhead sneaking in there right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, honey, we got it recorded. Don't you worry, baby. We got you. We got you. That is when Nene came back and was when Edgar was throwing out the toddler's bed. Right? Good Lord.
what matters is what he's revealing. He's had two that he admits up to now, at least two CPS investigation, or at least in two states. I think there might be more. At one point, he was asked about Sebastian coming between them in a sense to protect his mom. And he gave a very strong laugh. A very strong laugh. Let's see if I can get that.
Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now.
Mm-hmm. You're sucky. Edgar's like, she's a lesbian. She's a lesbian. Look, she's a lesbian. Such a. Well, Lorraine, I mean, you heard what Nina said she, wanted. He wanted her to do.
A strong laugh. And I listened to that. I said, oh, here's the tough guy. Here's the tough guy. Here's the guy that laughs off that someone would need to come between them. Oh, he's come between them. I think that might have come from the dad as he's speaking more. We also learned how much he dismisses questions that are relevant. There were intelligent questions being asked over several interviews.
Oh, Tabitha, can't wait. Can't wait.
One question that he became very dismissive of was he was asked, do you lock your refrigerator? And he acted as if it was absurd. It was the mother talking about that all Sebastian ate was sugar, which means the glucose roller coaster for him and his.
Okay. Help me out with this. Does anyone remember the question asked locking your refrigerator? If so, what interview was that? Does anyone remember that? 26 needed for a chicken party. For the man who did not want children, why hook up with women with children? Yep. I think it might have been, yep, someone saying Duchess. Yep, Janine says Duchess. But I'm telling you, there is an interview out there that's no longer up there anymore. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Dysregulated emotions.
But it's out there.
And so that was a good question to ask. It's one of the questions I thought, hey, someone's paying attention. Someone may have some experience there. Because there's all sorts of issues around locking a refrigerator. Sometimes it's for the child's own safety. Sometimes it's because they're being treated cruelly.
Yeah, a lock on it, and a camera, right?
But it's quite nuanced. It was a great question. Another person asked, "How long have you been married?" And what he says is that has nothing to do with the investigation. It has everything to do with the investigation.
Everything.
Your demeanor, your relationship, what the household is like. If you're saying that he walked out the house, and I think you're telling the truth there, if you're saying he walked out, we want to know why. And all these things can point to the reason why. The language where he keeps talking about how brash he is, he's brash while his stepson is missing. And when someone says that, and you probably heard this in different phrases, hey, I really tell it like it is. Okay, so you are someone who irritates others and brags about it. You're giving yourself a license to be that way, to be angry. No, this guy's got some real serious anger issues. He's controlling, he's aggressive. The mockery of Sebastian was rough, I think, to hear. Everything he wants to challenge and say, let's see the evidence, let's prove it, let's prove it. I've heard him speak a lot now for concern for himself. I haven't heard anything about concern for Sebastian.
There's been no concern for Sebastian with those two. No concern. No concern. We got 1,000. Yay. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. My pearls are amazing. Mods, thank you working for so hard to get us to 1,000 thumbs up. Y'all are awesome. Okay, get it. There we go. Mine says 1,000. Whoop, whoop.
It doesn't mean he killed him. It means he cares about himself. I think Sebastian, what we're seeing in the language or hearing is what Sebastian lived under.
Yep.
And I think Seth is telling.
What I have been told, that people who know that he was, God, hold on one second. He was expected to live in unreasonable, oh God, hold on. Unreasonable expectations. I really, in my opinion, I feel like Edgar thought he could discipline, you know, the almost like the autism out of him almost. I think, if he would have been, a muscle, you know, athlete or something like that. You're knocking my perfume off, girlfriend. He thought he could discipline the there you go, Lolo. Exactly. Yep. They are. They are. That's exactly right. I can't wait until yes. Yep. Walking on eggshells around him all the time. Yep. Yep, Blake said.
Telling the truth that Sebastian didn't wear a diaper at his house, but did at the mother's house. That speaks to anxiety and could be worse. I don't want to get into that now, but in the least,
No.
it can speak to anxiety of being a 15-year-old under this super insecure, acutely defensive, controlling, narcissistic, aggressive, very little man, which may indicate that Sebastian either left on his own or was put out by the mom. I'm not beyond that one yet. Let me give you a reason. It's a hint. I don't know if it's true or not. It's a hint. Let's see if I can show it to you here. It's just a small thing that I heard her say audibly that I was concerned about. He went outside to take out the garbage because it was his chore.
Yes.
And what those that are in training will recognize.
Yes. This is very interesting that he's doing this. This is what I want to do in the interviews I haven't seen this interview. I want to do in the other interviews. He went outside to take out the garbage. Who is he? He is referring to Sebastian. What did he do? He went out to take out the garbage. So Sebastian, he went outside, the garbage. And she uses because it was his chore. You don't have to use because it's his chore. She is purposely doubling down on why he would have went outside.
Is that there's much sensitivity there. Okay, she explains why he went outside, and you'll see this. This is the explanation of why he went outside. But then she doubles up on it. And I heard that it's now very sensitive.
What I say, doubles up. There you go.
And it's often a sensitivity that is indicative of deliberately withheld information. Once you told us why he went outside, we're done. You didn't have to double up on it.
All she has to say is, well, he went outside about, she can give a time or whatever, but she could just say he went outside to take out the trash. We don't need to know that's his chore. Nobody needs to know that. You're doubling up. It's a double qualifier, right? You really want us to know the reason he went out to take out the trash. But she's also saying in other parts, she doesn't know why he walked out that door. She knows the reason for this, why he walked out the door, but she doesn't know the reason why he would have walked out the door any other time, because she says he's never done it before. He's never walked out the door before. Over explaining is very much defensive, right? It's defensive. It shows most of the time you're lying. You don't need, when you're confident in something, you don't, there's no need to over explain. You know where you are. Right? Uh whenever you hear Edgar and KK speak, mostly particular Edgar, because we don't hear from KK, but Edgar, it is constant about why we are innocent. Nothing about Sebastian. It's not about Sebastian. It's mostly why we are innocent. These are the reasons why we are innocent. You do not hear Seth saying why I am innocent, right? You hear us creators saying it, because people are constantly saying, well, he wasn't here. It's bullshit. We know where he was. But with Edgar and KK, these are the reasons why we are innocent. Law enforcement has vetted us. They have cleared us. They have since interview 1. When you know you're innocent, you're not worried about it. You're innocent. There's nothing to worry about. That is not what is important to you. You, as an individual, speak about what is most important to you. Period. All of us as human beings do it. We only speak about what is important most to us.
She did.
Or our brain
She felt the need to double up on it.
knows.
And I thought to myself, did she
That's so funny.
lock him out
That's so funny, VA Dynamic.
without his shoes? At the behest, I think, of the stepfather, who shows no empathy. He has shown no empathy.
Oh, maybe I do remember seeing this. Now, I don't know if he still stands here on this. I don't think Sebastian personally was locked out. I don't think he was locked out. I don't think he was, sent out on his, I don't think he went out on his own accord. I don't think anything like that. I think he was taken out.
He may respond when he's fed something, but when he's speaking freely, when he's choosing his own words, when he is now off talking, he doesn't show empathy. Did he, on the phone, tell mother, lock him out? Is that why she has this, what we call like a hyper need to explain why he was out there? His stepson is missing. He called his stepson a liar. And Chris is the victim. CPS isn't going to answer that. So they went from not speaking.
Hold on, what did he see right there? I missed that.
His stepson is missing. He called his stepson a liar.
Yes.
And Chris is the victim.
Edgar is the epitome of truth.
CPS isn't going to answer that.
No, they're not going to answer that.
So they went from not speaking to now not stop speaking. He also said there's someone that does a YouTube channel that he doesn't like. And this is his theme, that he's giving these interviews to make things crystal clear, of course, the emphasis, but supposedly to get his stepson's name and face out there still. And then he says, but he won't do an interview with this one fellow because he's making money off it. And you see in some of these interviews, thank you for your $10. And, it seems like a televangelist type of deal. And it's distasteful. Would that stop you from getting your missing child's name and face out there? Would you really care?
Would you care if someone was making $10? You wouldn't give a damn. That would be the last thing you would be worried about. Are you going to go to the news and say, I don't want you to make money off of this piece? Well, they're not. I mean, they have to make money. Everyone has to make money. That's just life, right? I mean, that's the last thing that a parent is. That's the last thing a parent is worried about. That's the last thing. Bingo, Kimbo. Well stated. You could make millions if you brought my child home. Don't care. I'd be thrilled it was worth it for the channel. Bingo. Yes. Yes. He didn't want to go there because a couple reasons, in my opinion, because he was a man. And I don't think he'll do interviews with men that will press him. Men that will press him. I think if you are, go with him generally, I think he'll speak with a few men, right? But if you press him hard, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it publicly. There has not been a lot of interviews where I have seen people keep pressing him on a question, right? The way he answers things. Well, I would throw it right back to him and ask him another way. Right.
And then he demands respect. He demanded it from Sebastian, and he demands it from the audience. He's making demands on people he has no control over. He's trying to control the narrative.
Don't talk about my truck.
So my opinion on what...
Don't talk about where I was Sunday. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about that. Right? You know what? Show it. Show it. And you don't have, there won't be any more talking about it, right? Show it.
What happened is that he got locked out of the house, and both are responsible. And I think there's much more in terms of domestic violence and Child Protective Services involvement than his minimizing statement about it. Much more.
But when I bring the proof, mother chicken, when we bring the proof, that's what we've been asking for nearly a year now. Nearly a year now. Seth brought the proof because he has nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. Open book.
This is an angry man. He's not afraid to show his anger. He'll call himself brash over and over and over.
I think he is so arrogant that he enjoys calling himself brash.
The one thing I found that was quite scripted was the mother is really good at repeating. And he said, "I love you, Mama." And I think some people don't understand why I flagged that, why it's so important.
One thing about that member sheet, he has not brought an ounce of proof. In fact, out of all the parents, we know nothing about anything of where he was Sunday or Monday, right? We know what KK did Sunday. We know where she was with him Sunday night. We know where Seth was. We know where Sebastian was. And yet this man who demands the respect, right? The brash wants you to not talk about specific things. When I bring the proof, he says, and he's the only one, the only mother chicken that has never brought any sort of proof whatsoever. But when he brings the proof, well, Mother Edgar Chicken Doubtfire, could you show it? Could you show it? Hey, Tony. Good to see you.
It's generally a sign that someone has a need to persuade what a wonderful relationship we have. It's not that you or I say, "I love you" to your children, or your children say it to you. That's expected. It's the need to make that public and make it public repeatedly. So I can say, and he said, "I love you, Mama," and then totally forget about supposedly searching the house and getting in the car and driving around. Because the priority is self-defense.
Bingo.
I think they caused his disappearance because of an abusive household that he was raised in. He's the language of a classic abuser. And the targets are generally women and children. So let me see if they have any questions and rebuttals, please. Because I don't know what happened, and I don't know if he's alive. Like anyone else, you lose hope. About the
He just nailed that mother chicken right there. Nailed it. Women and children. Women and children. Lots of women. And they've had children, right? His exes have all had children. What have we heard about Edgar? Right? He did this to me. He did that to me. Right? He threw my child's bed out. He admits that he throws makes Sebastian throw the stuff out. Right? I made him get rid of the snakes whenever he's the one who got him, gave it to Sebastian, right? I'm the one who said, if you want to be with me, then if you want to continue the relationship, then you must get rid of these cats. And Sebastian, all these years, has not let me live it down. You do as I say and you listen to me, or abuse, right? Popped in the mouth, things thrown, women in the kitchen, knocked to the ground, right? Whipping a child with a weapon. Whitney, it would be, right? Manipulation at its best. Women and children. And I believe that's also, and again, you will see it here. He doesn't do interviews with someone that's going to challenge him. The day Smiley, Josh, myself, and Trevor was up here, we were live. He told Smiley to get off and do a live. He wouldn't come up here. He wouldn't come up here with us. And I told Smiley, I said, get down and go. Because you'd never, whenever you have an opportunity for an interview, you do it right then. You don't let them think. Don't let them think. It's very important. Like, do it while they're either triggered, compulsive to do it, because you want them to talk and you want them to talk as soon as possible. So I told her, get down and go live. If he wasn't going to talk to me, go talk to Smiley. Even though he said he would do a live with me the next day, he backed out of it. He backed out of it. He didn't want to come up here and speak with 3 guys on the panel. There was 3 guys on the panel and 1 woman. He went with the woman. Right? And listen, I tell you something. Smiley's interview that she did was one of the best. One of the best, because he was Smiley made him very, very comfortable. Because Smiley doesn't come off as intimidating. She doesn't come off as, I'm out to get you or anything like that. So he felt comfortable, and he gave up a lot more information, which is a really good thing whenever someone's comfortable during an interview, right? It's part of the read technique that police do to interrogate you. They want you to be comfortable. Let your hair down. I'm your buddy, right? And that's why I've always told Edgar, come up here. I will be so nice to you, Edgar. I'm going to ask you tough questions and I'm going to do a follow up, but I will be very nice. I will be very respectful. But guaranteed, in the last 11 months, he has been too much of chicken shit to do so. Prove me wrong, Edgar.
Stepfather's language, he doesn't offer any hope. He was fed that a couple times by a couple interviewers, but he doesn't offer any help. It's natural that after all this time that he would be the first to crack. Based on his language, he did not have a good relationship with Sebastian. based on his language. So he'd be the first one of denial, whereas you'll hear the father.
He knows. He knows probably, and I don't mean this to be like, but he knows probably out of all of them, I know the most. He's not going to.
Who will come probably second, and the mother is still speaking as if he's alive. And again, with respect to
He
those
knows
who
he
have the
can't
opinion
bullshit.
that there was more direct involvement, but I think that he was put out. I think it was discipline at this point. And, more information comes out, if they get some clean interviews, it may look differently. But if I am with Child Protective, if I am with the law enforcement, I'm looking at an abusive household that Sebastian wanted to get away from. Some of your theories or questions, let's see if I can take them here. Again, a lot of the questions.
Blessed Anna, I would, he can do his eyeshadow, I'll do my lipstick, and we'll just sit here like two girls and, cut it up. But I'll hold his feet to the fire, honey. I might wear lipstick, but I can get a deep voice. Bish. You got that, Edgar? Edgar Amos.
Questions are going to be, I don't know. Where did they take him to teach him a lesson? I don't know. I don't think they took him anywhere. I think that long phone call may have been, hey, he didn't come back. He didn't come back. Well, just wait. He's got to learn. He's got to learn. This guy thinks he's a tough guy, meaning the stepfather. My concern is that he fell into water and he hasn't been recovered yet. That's my fear. My hope is that he met off with someone to run away and they're hiding him. That becomes weaker and weaker because the person that did that is putting themselves in legal risk. They could have gone directly to police.
In my opinion, I don't. Horseman is going to say now when the truth is out. Deborah, I don't know. I think it will go when all is said and done. I think it's going to be, well, I didn't want to judge them before police made the arrest or whatever, but you certainly did with an innocent father. Certainly did with an innocent father who has done nothing other than be there for his child. So what? You don't like some of the things he said. So what? I don't like a lot of things a lot of people say. Doesn't mean there's, there's a lot of things that I don't like Edgar and KK that they've said, but some things it doesn't mean it points toward guilt or otherwise. Right? So there's that. Yeah, that's right, Vic. Yeah. Yeah. We are on the right side of history. And in this case, I don't know. I'll remember. Just remember when this is all said and done, the people who say they're in true crime, how they acted and supported those people, Edgar and KK, who didn't do anything but try to save themselves. Did nothing other than try to save themselves. And in my opinion, others who tried to help cover up things for them. Right, Carmelita? Yeah. Y'all pray for Seth. Oh, Tammy, yes. Listen, anytime you find anything in a case or you get a big interview or whatever, I'm happy if anyone does anything big. I've never bitched, moaned, or complained when anybody got an interview or anything. Good for you. Good for you. Jealousy. They call you liars and everything else. Never in a million years. Never in a million years. So there's that. When I disagree with people on my own team, right? A lot of times I'll say something. If Nick or one of them says, doesn't mean I don't like him, doesn't mean I don't support him. It just means I disagree with him. That's what I do. So there's that. She's over there playing with her blocks. Thank you. Thank you, Tammy. Nope, and I'm not going to start now. I'm not going to start now. Anyway, I have another interview hopefully coming up soon. So I'll let you know whenever that is already aired. We'll see. Hopefully this one will be okay as well, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you all so very much. I love you. I appreciate you all, amazing people. I've been live literally all evening. Did 2 lives in a row. I will be live again tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. I'll be live here on Clutch Them Pearls, and I'm going to do my damnedest to be live on Pearl's channel this weekend. But first, we need a chicken party. Who's ready for the chicken party? Shall we ride at dawn? Let's go, Edgar. Ramus. Let's go, KK Ramus.
Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher!
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
Sebastian. When I bring the proof, well, I'm not actually going to bring the proof. It just sounds better when I say, when I bring the proof, I'm brash and I'm blunt. And I like.
Suck it, suck it now. Suck it, suck it now. Suck it, suck it.
His name is Suki Suki. Suki likes him. His name is Suki Suki. He'll soon like Tim. Ta-da.
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
Something that I believe we're privy to. Something that I believe we're privy to. Something that I believe we're privy to.
Snacks, because, he's 15 and snacks. snacks because, you know, he's 15 and snacks.
Lord, kumbaya.
Imagine if we could just live in a world where we could all be united. If these YouTubers would just stop the nonsense of asking rational questions about dates, times, where I was at, it would be such a more wonderful place. Don't look at me like that, Edgar Amos.
Lord, kumbaya.
Suck it, suck it now.
Lord, kumbaya.
I might have been a bitch to you this year. I just wanted to say that I'm still gonna be a bitch to you next year. It's New Year's, not new me. Clean slate, what?
Bitch. There's two bitches that be talking shit in this place all the time.
Do I? Who?
Bitch, me and you.
Any in the courtroom? Judge, I'm here. Okay. You're hiding on there. I'm sorry, Mr. McKinney.
Oh my
Judge, we-
God, look at Chris.
We just got the top report back in, and General Daugherty wants to watch the videotape.
Is that Chris?
November 26th, Mr. Feek will stay in touch with Mr. McKinney.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
The
A
boosh.
bullshit? A bullshit? A
Speaking, you rang. You rang.
I think you asked to remember off the top of my head. I think it's Sebastian got in trouble. He got caught lying. And I had asked him, I said, hey, you know, you got to have a punishment for this. And drive a diesel truck, Chevrolet.
Year.
Remember off the top of my head, I think it's
a 21, I think.
So you're
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a 21, I think.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
My ass.
As for
you rang. You rang.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
You rang. You rang. St. Pervystein.
Lord, kumbaya.
What should we fucking da? I don't fucking know. Yaranna yastara. Anarana.
What did the irritated chicken say?
Thank you all so very much for joining me. Really do appreciate you. You guys are all absolutely amazing, my beautiful pearls. Really do appreciate you. Okay. Thank you so much, Sammy. Thank you for always being the definition of integrity and grace when the rest of the world has lost their damn minds. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate that. You know, you can't fix stupid. You can't. You know what I mean? You really can't fix stupid. Listen, I always try to think about, I always say we're on the right side of history, but I always try to think about, am I going to be proud of how I'm behaving in 10 years or in 5 years? Do I want to be remembered this way? And some people just want satisfaction right now, right? And they want to just say fuck you right now, pretty much, or something. But and I'm human. I do want to say that sometimes, but I'm just not going to do it. Not going to do it. Don't watch it. Literally don't watch it. Don't give a wooden nickel. And good people see. Good people always see. Good people always see. And that's the difference. That's who us pearls want here is, thank you, Brandy, classy people with, a little street in them sometimes. But at the end of the day, classy, who are really here for the right reasons. It's easy to get up there and call people dumb mother chick. I could do that all day, and I could do it really good, honey. Have you seen my chicken bones? Have you seen it? Do I got it up here? They can shut their chicken tone, chicken bone, Google Chrome, no home flip phone, disown ice cream cone, garden gnome, student loan, full blown Indiana Jones, overgrown Flintstone, X and Y chromosome, Fred Zone, Sylvester Stallone, AutoZone, professionally seen silver Patron, head the fuck up, okay? How you doing?
How you doing?
Okay. We can do that all day. I can do it all day. Don't want to. Don't want to. Don't want to. You gonna say night nights? You gonna say night nights? I know. God, I miss Wendy Williams so bad. I love Wendy Williams. I love Wendy Williams. Oh, thank you, crazy country girl. Very sweet. All right, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you. Thank you all so much. Y'all are amazing. Free Wendy. I know. Bless her heart. Sad. We hopefully will, Carmelita. Thank you all. Thank you, Karen, T. Jessica, everyone. Love you all. Appreciate you so very much. Oh, yes. All right, guys. Love you all. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow, Lord willing.